Hands up on side.
You don't answer.
If going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.
All right. Shabbat Shalom Salakia. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom Laha Alahayim Nawathan. Kahalayim La. Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai Bahasham. Racha HaKodash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the house of David scattered across the four winds, four corners of the earth. This is your brother Tazapanya, back at it again with a quick hit, digital epistle, spiritual commentary through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, this is edifying. Short, sweet, straight to the point. So this is, Math Hoffa. He got a podcast or whatever, and this was kind of intriguing, and I listened to it. It's only 9 minutes long. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. But they asking the question. I don't even know who Erica Ford is. I didn't really do my research. I really didn't care about the matter. But just the fact that the barbershop talk, right, and they're bringing this up, and then you have, your hood niggas giving some type of scholarly hood opinion onto what they think, can benefit or progress the so-called Black America. Now, in my title, I called it is the futile and rhetorical question, man. Futile meaning pointless, is vain, okay? And it's rhetorical, meaning there is no hope for Black America, man. No hope at all, okay? Because first, the root word of Black America is America. Black would be the adjective, America would be the noun. So one, there is no hope for America because America is about to be destroyed, okay? And two, all right, Black is nothing but a social, political construct, invented by Esau Edom, which is your so-called white people, because there's no such thing as a person being Black or white as far as their phenotype, physical descriptions, man. People are either shades of brown, all right, or lack pigmentation and have shades of red, okay? So, Black, when you go into the dictionary, just means evil, wicked, okay, void of light. So if people is still calling themselves Black, all right, that live in a place that is doomed for destruction, aka Babylon, the Great, the Virgin Daughter Babylon, aka America, then you completely out of whack. Your head's up your ass. You don't have no understanding of what's coming. All right, so I'm gonna let this play, get a couple of precepts, quick hit, like I said, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
So about who you answer to, you don't answer to nobody because your mind is this short. So you'll come out and protest for George Floyd for a period, for Trayvon for a period, but how do you systemically really change the conditions of Black folks in America? And young Black men in particular.
See, and notice, so here's the broader picture that you see. You see what I'm saying? Jake, and Keisha, you got one in the back, and Keisha up there, I'm thinking that she hit with the little jumpsuit on and her little Nike dunks or whatever, with the afro popping, right? But the point matter, like what she just said. How do you systemically change? You see what I'm saying? What's going on for Black people, specifically young Black men, all right? And the only thing is if you're of the elect, because the elect would be doing what? Rehearsing the righteous acts, okay? Because for some reason people, well, we know why. We lost our heritage. So let me get those couple of precepts, all right? So we're going to go to Jeremiah first. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. It says, "And thou, even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I give thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. You see? For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. You see? So, the land that we know is not is America. Okay, so they know that you're calling yourself a crayon color, and you came over here not by your own will. You were stolen. You are descendants from people that was stole and sold as bondsmen and bondswomen. And the Most High said, because we kindled the Heavenly Father, which his name is Yahweh, to anger, all right, it would burn forever, meaning for a long period of time, that we would constantly be under that persecution, that fire, the curses, okay? We would discontinue from thine heritage. On the physical matter, the heritage is the land that was promised unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? But in these days that we're in as well, how you going to go to a land that you don't even know that belongs to you? See, so part of that is your nationality, you not knowing who you are. You see? So, and this is where we've been serving our enemies. All right. And then now, like I said, we was going to go to, what was I going to go to? Salakia. It was just on the tip of my tongue, man. Yeah, we'll get it later. Lord willing, it'll come back to me. But let's continue.
Right?
This is a real question. Can we go around the room and everybody give their idea of what could work?
Absolutely.
We're gonna start with you, Bloody.
Sound good.
I hear you, man. Sound good. Yeah.
Not again, but I think one of the first steps.
So just because you're part of blood.
You're not.
But I was just gonna say.
No, I'm not again.
But that doesn't mean you're a gang banger.
No, I understand what you mean. I understand the foundation of it, what it stands for.
Right.
I'm not talking back.
Right.
Well, that's why you gotta be aware of what you wear, man. All right. So notice Math Hopper made a joke because you wearing all red. You in New York City, wearing all red. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he called it, Bloody, you first. And he's like, nah, my nigga, you look like a fucking tampon, nigga. You see what I'm saying? But so notice, right? The scriptures say you shall know a man. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Just real quick. Because I think that it's actually edifying. This is Ecclesi. No, it's not that. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 30, and it reads, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. You see? So why, what you wear is part of who you are, man. How you carry about yourself. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is another reason to go back into the main topic. It's rhetorical. There is no hope. Because niggas is dressed. That's like the same thing with him wearing all red. Oh, nah, I'm not a gang banger. I'm not blood. I just like these colors. That's like a woman saying, well, her titties out and her ass out. You see what I'm saying? Talking about, nah, I ain't no hoe. I dress like this for me. I don't do it for men. You feel me? It's completely hypocritical, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not a part of it. He just keeps introducing me.
I am a child of Chongo. His colors are red and white.
Okay.
So that's why we're red a lot.
So notice, it goes back to some wicked shit. He said a child of Sango, which with Santeria. So this nigga's in witchcraft in fucking Yoruba, West African. You feel me? Witchcraft and voodoo and shit like that. You feel me? Oh, his colors is red and white. He's worshiping multiple gods. He's in idolatry, and he's repping it with that. right? But let him walk down, go in the streets in New York City, and the nigga not gonna think that he repping the 5. Come on, man.
Right. But I feel like one of the first formal steps is education. I always preach about education. A lot of times we don't have an understanding of finances. We don't have an understanding of how this actual system works.
Mm-hmm.
Like notice the first thing Jake always do is talking about, financial literacy. You see, because niggas really, I'm telling you, Jake worship money, bro.
How we're having this discussion, a lot of young brothers and sisters don't understand that.
Right.
And then when you start getting education, even using social media as a tool, depending on the algorithm of the things you watch, you learn about how to build your own LLC, how to buy land, how to build a trust, all these different things.
Right.
And you can actually get things from these banks and these corporations in America in order to create your own.
What is stuff that you heard?
I know people that have done this, Black people.
Right. Notice how he said, and we know about all this. The trust and being a sovereign, but you still going to Esau for what you want, what you need. Right? Notice that he just said you go to these corporations. Who owns those corporations that you getting stuff from to get you to buy land in LLC? Esau. See, this is how Jake is really at a very low level, man. Really low level. Let me see if I can find that that scripture. There was one in Ezekiel. Let's see. Is it Ezekiel 17? Let's see here. I mean, it's a good one, but I could get a better one. Let me see. Well, yeah, I'll just go to Deuteronomy 28. This is Deuteronomy 28:48. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things." That's the point that I want to get. You see, so everything that you want, you have to get it from your enemy, man, which is Esau, Edom. Okay. This is 43. "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him." And in Proverbs it says, "The servant, the borrower is servant unto the lender, is a slave unto the lender." You see, he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So all of that financial literacy stupidness is out of here. It's retarded. We have come to a higher understanding, which is a spiritual understanding of the hope. You feel me? And we're prisoners of hope, yeah. But not for no Black America, all right? For Jerusalem, which is above us all, our mother, man. As the scriptures say.
We have land in Arizona. We have land in the South, right? And they built their own communities. Boosie is a perfect.
Do they police those communities?
Do they police those communities? Yeah. That I don't know, but that is another thing.
Well, if they don't, then we still under oppression in that area, aren't we?
You are, but the whole thing is that you're educating yourself on what needs to be done.
So look, Bath is coming at him like, yo, okay, you got land, you in America, you got your own communities, but Math is like, yo, do you police on it? Because if not, you do something that Esau don't like, they send the boys on you. Now the boys is locking people up, giving you charges. You could be innocent, right? But they taught us innocent before guilty, but you're really guilty before proven innocent, man. Because you have to prove yourself to the courts, all right, through their trial, their kangaroo court, that you free. After you have to spend all this money through, what's the name? lawyers and court fees and things of that nature to come to some sort of settlement or litigation to get some type of remedy, man. And it's not worth it, man.
So if that is a factor, as far as education is concerned, like how do we police the community, then that means the great minds need to get together.
Okay, again, we just talked about.
So notice how he said, oh, the great minds, but you don't know, right? Oh, how do we police the community to get, you can't police yourselves while you are a slave in servitude unto the oppressor, man. You think you could just do your own thing? You're a citizen of the divided states of America, man. Countless of many people that try to do this shit. They call them cult leaders, from the Waco shit to Malachi Z. York. You see what I'm saying? To numerous people. How you can't throw Nation of Islam with Farrakhan. They was thinking about North Carolina or some shit like. You can't put your own shit. See, understand, police goes back to what? Slave patrol. Okay, that's one. And then two, police is supposed to do what? Law, law and order, right? Protect and serve. So what law are you enforcing? You see, and then you can't enforce the righteous laws, all of them, so to speak, under this man's system, man. You see what I'm saying? Let you in your own community and, two young boys start popping each other. You put them to death righteously. Boom. Next thing you know, somebody is a snitch and go to them. And you don't think the Esau Edom going to send the men with the to come ransack your shit? Come on. You see what I'm saying? So this is why our hope isn't for now. The scriptures say, Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. How? Spiritually first, so that we can depart physically up in them ships, Lord willing. It says, for the whole land is polluted. If it is not your rest. So there is no hope again for Black America, so-called Black America. And then what about the other tribes? You see, niggas is on some real selfish shit. You see what I'm saying? Like and this is why we gotta give all praises to Yahweh Shai, man, because he's bringing the two nations, the two sticks together to be one nation.
Harlem being in that place at one point, and we know what happened here. What's to stop that from happening in the place that you're talking about?
Us policing ourselves. We don't police ourselves here.
Right.
So if we allow ourselves to educate ourselves on the resources that we need,
right,
first and foremost, thereby educating our people to change the mindset, then we can understand from examples of Jewish people and how they control their own communities.
And see, New York City has always observed that, but they never was able to spiritually discern the greater macro ramifications of why it's like that. And that's why when I did, talking about, and I made the two parts with the tunnels underground with Amalek, you see what I'm saying? You growing up, specifically Brooklyn, you gonna see what he just said. The small hats have their own school buses, they own this, they own that, and then Black people like, yo, why we can't get together, this and that and the third, da 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 da, and don't know it's a controversy of Zion. You see what I'm saying? That they're playing, they're affected the identity of who you are, and you got this nigga, doing Santeria, while them niggas is on some Talmudic BS. So this whole shit is fucked. The Lord just gotta come and destroy this shit. Real talk.
Especially in Brooklyn and other parts of
You see, just like I said.
To change the mindset. Then we can understand from examples of Jewish people and how they control their own communities, especially in Brooklyn and other parts of New York, right? And understand where those resources come from. The main question is why we're not doing it. We're not.
To answer the question is because the Lord put us in this predicament, man. See, and it's funny because he would be worshiping some false ass Yoruba, Santeria, ocean gods, right? Mami Wata and Ogun and all of this other bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That's not doing nothing, but then would want to say, nah, your God, the Bible is the white man's book. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So ain't no resources. We don't have no resources. You can't get no resources. The Lord set it up that way.
Doing it because there's so many different elements that's put into our communities that negate us from doing it. The food we eat, the air that we're breathing, the things we see on a day-to-day basis.
That's why it says that to destroy them that destroyeth the earth, roughly paraphrasing the Revelation. We don't own this shit. And you don't have the power to overcome it. You feel me? Because that's how the Lord set it up.
The access to guns, the access to drugs, it's an influx. Whereas you go to these other communities, it's not like that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say that I think the basis of it is education. If we learn what does it take for us to police ourselves.
And notice how he said the basis. He don't even know what the etymology of the word education really means. It stems from the Latin educare, which means to bring out. So you talking about indoctrination. You see what I'm saying? You can't bring out something that the niggas don't got it in them already, man. This is why I said first and foremost, it's about the elect. Only the elect is the ones that's going to have hope. And it ain't for Black America, man. It's for the kingdom of heaven.
Then we can do it. Okay. And we can start in a small area and expand.
Would you be open to doing the research on that and coming back the next episode and presenting that plan?
A policy? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's somewhat like what I did in public health. Talking about food insecurities and stuff like that. Okay? It's really no different.
Anybody else?
I'm a champ on that.
You a champ on that one?
Yeah.
Mac, is there hope? What can we do?
I think Black people, one of our, first of all, we think that one size fits all. We seem to have this one answer will cover every problem, and we don't take into account that we have multifaceted, multi-pronged issues from multiple levels across Black men, Black women, Black children, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we each have our own multi-tiered fights, and we keep trying to approach it with one solution.
Right.
And I think that's always a mistake. I think that's one of the main mistakes we make. The other thing I think we do wrong is I think we have a sense of rugged individualism and not so much community. It's really all about me at the end of the day. It's really all about me and mine are good. I don't know what's happening with y'all. Like, I don't really care what's going on with y'all. Me and mine are good, so I'm good. I don't really care about that. Not understanding that.
Which is another curse. And thine eye shall have hatred towards, thy brother. The sister's gonna have hatred towards their own sister. The mother's gonna have hatred toward their kids. The father's gonna have hatred toward all that. It's in the scriptures, man.
What happens to him, I'm next, and you after me, and then she's right after you. Like, right. It's never that far behind.
So what do we do?
Again, that's one answer to a whole bunch of different issues. I think the first thing to understand is we got issues that are going to take, it may not be solved in your lifetime.
You see, and these is niggas that's not hastening the day of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Constantly pushing shit. These niggas really think America is going to be the same shit. Harlem, New York, going to the barbershop, committing sins and getting your beard marred and you this, and we go talk and sip fucking cognac and smoke spliffs and talk about bullshit all day, every day, hollering at hoes. This the type of shit, you see what I'm saying? And niggas, oh nah, it ain't gonna be in our lifetime. Do you not see what's going on right now? Are you not measuring the time diligently? They're not, of course. And this is why there's no hope. because there's really no true action. You see, the only ones that's really act. Matter of fact, let me go get that. Let me get that, man. Because if they really had hope or belief or faith in the black, so-called black community, they would be doing some type of works, man. This is the book of James. I'm gonna start at chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? So the reason, remember, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Hebrews 11:1. So if he said that they're not in his lifetime, look at what Abraham did. The Most High Yahweh said, I'm gonna give you this, this, and this, right? He didn't get none of that during his lifetime, yet he continued to do it until his death. So imagine you telling these carnal ass niggas, yeah, son, we gonna be able to do this and do that, but we won't see it in our lifetime. You think they that dedicated to try to push whatever agenda that they trying to do to help themselves and their community? Hell nah, man, not this microwave generation. All right. It says, James 2, where was I? James 2:14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and hath not works? Can faith save him? You see, because faith is with works, so is he don't really got faith. Verse 15. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, and then remember, who is my brother, who is my sister, who is my father, my mother, roughly paraphrasing, those that do the will of the Father. Okay, so this ain't no just anybody, any random Israelite or even a family member or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doth it profit? Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast had faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. You see? So that is what the elect is doing. They're the only ones that really have hope, all right, for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, the true Israelites, the true chosen people of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. By doing what? By feeding the sheep, by honoring the brotherhood, by giving alms, by giving charity, right? By doing the work, man, teaching.
Except that you may not live to see the results. You may not live to sit under the tree that you planted today.
Well, what's the timeline on your idea?
I don't have one, because again,
see, niggas don't have no answers. Niggas just talking out their ass, man. You see what I'm saying? See, the scriptures say, no man know the day nor the hour that the Son of Man cometh. But then Yahweh himself said, can you not discern the times? Talking to them Pharisees. You see what I'm saying? You see a wind come from the east, you know it's about to rain. And again, I quoted the second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1, measure the time thou diligently in itself. You see what I'm saying? So, we're hopeful. And we know that it's going to happen, that Yahweh is going to come in our lifetime, that the hope, that with the reward that we're looking for, the kingdom where we would be blessed and not oppressed anymore, we're going to see it, Lord willing. And this ain't going to be no 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, 100 years from now. Not in our lifetime. No, hell no. Because that means that we literally got our head in the sand. We're not seeing and observing what's happening around us.
Some issues, one of my main issues that I just brought up was the fact that I think the people who incarcerate us, persecute us, et cetera, don't answer to nobody. Nobody ever goes to a judge and says, why the fuck did you do that? That's crazy. You're in trouble. You're fired.
So look, right? You see? Because they run the fucking system, nigga. You see what I'm saying? They don't answer to nobody because the Most High put the basis of men over us, man. He setteth up kingdoms. So notice how he said judge, right? See, the other one was bringing out police with law, order, judge. See, niggas want justice. Niggas want this type of judgment to come. But if you're not on the right side of the hand of judgment, ooh-wee.
And we gotta wait till we vote him out. But there's no, if I do something wrong on the job that day, I get in trouble that day. I don't get in trouble a week from now, a month from now, or the next election cycle.
How many people complain and stick to that complaint, right? And make sure that that process is pushed through. And I start, I agree with you. There's no system of real accountability. But the fake.
See, yeah, under Esau Edom, but we know there is a system of accountability unto the Heavenly Father. Let's go get that real quick. This is Matthew 18:23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. That's not what I wanted, but that was a good one. Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right, that was more what I was looking for. All right, but there's also one, and I'm gonna kind of paraphrase it regarding what's the name, that everybody for the most part is gonna have to take what is it, judgment seat? Let me see that real quick. Judgment. Nah, that's not it. But I think that Matthew, well, both of them was in Matthew, but I think this was pretty good.
Is us staying to complain, right? Most people don't complain about the judge that just did something wrong.
Yeah.
The reason why some cases are being overthrown is because people are looking into those, they complain and they keep complaining, right? Until somebody listens. Like there's brothers in jail right now who are complaining about they were falsely incarcerated.
Well, that's in the scriptures. I think it was a parable when the wicked judge. Let me go get that real quick. Oh, that is a perfect, actually, since we're talking about. Where was it at? Salakia. I want to find it real quick. This is, let's go to Luke 18. Let's go to Luke 18. This is Luke 18, starting at verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. See? So we're constantly, and pray literally means to beg as well. We're begging the Father to take down this devil, man, and restore the kingdom of Israel, just like in Acts chapter 1. All right? Verse 2, saying there was in a city a judge which feared not Yahweh, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in the city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he, that's crazy, because this is exactly what we praying about. You see, so the elect Jerusalem, so to speak, because we was married unto the Father, and he turned his back away from us, and in a sense, we was kind of like a widow. We don't have no husband, right? But we going to the judge, you see what I'm saying, to Yahweh, all right? Like, yo, avenge me of my adversary. Remember, Satan means adversary. So avenge me of these Edomites. Verse 4, and he would not for a while, but afterwards he said within himself, though I fear not Yahweh, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. You see, so she was using that example, but it isn't a better example in the scriptures.
By a crooked judge. Most of the time, nobody's listening to them, right? And or their family.
I mean, it's a hard process. I went to the CCRB,
right,
for the situation I spoke about while I was fighting.
And we'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? I think I made the point. but it's futile and it's rhetorical to the question of, is there hope for Black America? No, that's the rhetorical question. That's easy, and it's in vain. All right, so the only hope is really on this type of round is Israelites, primarily and specifically the elect Israelites. Okay, and it's not just so-called Black people. You feel me? It would be your so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, 12,000 men of each tribe of Israel, and a remaining a remnant, 1/3 of men, women, and children who are friends, of the prophets, who are rehearsing those righteous acts to the best of their ability. Okay, because we need divine intervention. You said so. I'm gonna close out on Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Shit, Salakia. Drop the controller. But yeah, let me go to Deuteronomy 68, 28 and 68. And in the KJV, it reads, "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you," meaning redeem you out of the situation that you was put in the first place by the Heavenly Father. You see, that Egypt is America, because we did come here on slave ships. Okay? Because Egypt and the Promised Land, you don't need ships to travel to and fro. Okay, so hopefully that was edifying to the elect. Lord willing, I don't want to ratazah. Shabbat Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatam, everybody tuning in. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.